whatever you do, don't ever hit the snooze button. Now, I know your alarm can be really annoying, especially in the morning, and you want to hit that snooze button, but hitting that snooze button can cause a very negative impact on your brain, and no one really pays attention to that. Which is why most people wake up like this instead of waking up like this. But what really happens if you press the snooze button? Well, don't worry, because I'm going to explain everything science-based, and for the 90% of people who just keep multiple alarms like me, I'm gonna help you overcome hitting the snooze button with just a few simple tricks. And trust me, it's a game changer. So watch the entire video. So when you go to sleep, your brain goes into something which is called a sleep cycle. And each sleep cycle lasts for around 70 to 120 minutes, and it pretty much looks like this circuit. So when you fall asleep, first you go from light sleep. Within a few minutes, you drift in and out of sleep. Then you go to the next stage of sleep where your sleep deepens, you further relax, and slowly start drifting into an unconscious state. And then you go to the next state of sleep, which is a deep stage of sleep. And around 70 to 90 minutes, you reach a state which is called the REM, or the rapid eye movement state. And this lasts for around 10 to 90 minutes during each sleep cycle. This is also the place where you get those weird and cool dreams. But what it does most importantly is that it helps you process emotions and memory. And once your sleep cycle is over, your body goes into another sleep cycle which lasts for around 70 to around 120 minutes. And once that sleep cycle is over, it goes into another sleep cycle and another sleep cycle. And throughout the night, you go through multiple sleep cycles, which is around 3 to 4 sleep cycles, and then your body starts preparing itself to wake up. But now let's imagine you're in a deep sleep cycle. You're surfing on fire waves, and suddenly you see your crush standing right in front of you. So you start walking towards her, and you really want to impress her by showing her some dance moves. But before you show her those amazing dance moves, the alarm goes off. So sad. But now you want to know how it ends, so you hit that snooze button and you go back to sleep. But the moment you hit that snooze button, what do you think is going to happen? Well, your brain is just going to think it needs to go into another sleep cycle of 70 to 120 minutes, and it will get into one. But when the alarm goes off after snoozing, which is around 5 to 10 minutes, not just your sleep cycle is disturbed, but one more thing is also affected, and that is your RAS, or the reticular activating system. So the reticular activating system is the upper part of the brainstem known as the midbrain. Its main function is to regulate wakefulness and attention, and it plays a very important role in sleeping and waking up, which is your sleep and wake up cycle. So when you wake up in the morning, the RAS gets into action, helping you transition from sleep to feeling completely awake and alert. And it also loves routine, which is pretty much like my grandma, who loves everything organized. But when you snooze, your RAS is now confused whether it has to stay awake or whether it has to sleep. And that's why when you wake up, you feel a little more dazed, you feel heavy-headed, you feel a little grumpy, and also you feel like your sleep is incomplete. And since you've disturbed your sleep cycle, you go into a neurological state which is called a sleep inertia. And the more you continue to snooze your alarm, your sleep inertia and anxiety will just get worse. And along with that, you might be less productive at work, you will be less alert during the day, and you might just have something which no one likes: dark circles. So basically, showing your dance moves to your crush has been crushed. Your sleep cycle is disturbed, and your RAS is also confused. But in case you press the snooze button by mistake and you've woken up to all the symptoms and you feel like,
I'm Batman!
I meant tired and not alert, here are some few things you can do to bring back your alertness, and these are game changers. So number one is you can get into a cold shower. It will wake your brain up, or maybe you can just splash some cold water on your face. Number two is you can drink a glass of water. Hydrating yourself first thing in the morning just wakes you up. Number three is get some sunlight, or just spend some time looking out of the window. The blue light will trigger your brain to stay awake. Number four is physical activity like exercising can also help you, especially if you're a morning person. Number five, just listen to some upbeat music. For some, that really helps. Number six, and most importantly, is try to maintain a continuous sleep schedule. So in your dreams, you can show those super cool moves to your crush, your RAS is not confused, and your sleep cycle is not disturbed. Plus, you will be super productive. And if you like what you saw, feel free to subscribe, and until we meet again, don't stress and be awesome. Rocher that.